Hello, listener. Welcome once again. How many of you have gone through my last video on entrepreneurship? If you haven't, I would request you to please do that before you come here. This one is on effectiveness, the second part in the series. I'm going to share with you something very, very important today and interesting, as interesting as the last one. I want to ask you a question, especially to the parents who have young boys and girls and you are planning the higher education for them. And even those young boys and girls who are about to choose their higher education stream for making a great, successful career in the future. Give me all your attention because I'm going to bring to you some information and facts which are going to change your lives. I want to ask you a question. Whether you are a parent or a young boy and girl, how many of you, among all of you, how many of you do a lot of research and you have a vision and awareness about what's happening in the world scenario before you get into that education stream? Vis-a-vis, how many of you follow the trend? If young boys and girls, those who are doing very well globally, today's boys and girls will follow the trend. Parents will also follow, which they have learned from the environment to be the best stream of education and inspire their children to pursue that. And that is the risk point. Please remember the slogan. What's going on today, it's not necessary. It will go on very well tomorrow. Things change. It's a kaleidoscopic world. Do you keep a track of what's happening in the world employment market today? There is a huge layoff going on in the world over, like in 2009 and 10, once again. There are about 75,000 young employees the world over who have got the layoff or about to get one. And a large chunk of them, perhaps 50% and more, are Indians. You will see many of them are packing up and coming back to India, and it will completely upset the overall economic scenario once again. We do not know what's happening in the world over right now. A career aspirant of the present time and the parents of those children have to have a new paradigm today. And that paradigm is not Master of Business Administration, that qualification. There's nothing wrong. It's a great course. But what we need today is another level of it. It is called, I call it Master of Business Effectiveness. Because days are changed when efficient players were recruited for the match. Now, look at the trend carefully. It is not the efficiency of the player alone, generally, in the game that will stand them in good stead. What will stand them in good stead instead is their ability to score the goal. Mark the change? Playing very well football is one thing, and scoring a goal is another layer of it. And that's the reason we have a layoff. And the reason is, in the time of the pandemic and COVID, there was a huge influx in the job recruitment scenario where large number of IT experts were needed globally. So there was a big job recruitment spree there. But now the trend has changed because all those companies which had responded to the need and recruited those people have started feeling the pinch of the huge human resource in surplus, which is adding up to their competitive cost. So there is a layoff today. So it doesn't matter how qualified and how much marks you have got in the examination today anymore. What matters is whether you can deliver results or not. If you have that quality and that skill of delivering results, finally, which we call not efficiency, but effectiveness, only then will you have a great future sustained career. And there comes the role of path-breaking new programs where we train and coach and mentor people, holding their hands to make them effective, to score goals, to deliver results. Doesn't matter how qualified they are. We have experimented with this and we found even a class 12 young girl whom we had helped to become effective managers are able to teach BTechs, MTechs, and they enjoy this learning and training and mentoring and coaching. Days are changed from education to coaching because the coaches work differently. They produce results. They hold the hands and make people effective. So when you understand this crucial change, I'm pretty sure you will plan things more effectively and secure the future of your children. And as a young boy and girl, I recommend the same to you. Specifically speaking, I run a non-profit organization in a village called Shantiniketan. Although it's a village, it's a very important place where the iconic Rabindranath Tagore had dwelt and written Gitanjali. It's a beautiful place where we are building Vikashalaya, a home for destitute children, not only to give them shelter, but to make them leaders and change the future world and making human kingdom aligned with Mother Nature so that there is no more pandemic, there is no more suffering, and the next generation can live happily forever. Well, that's about my nonprofit. That's not the subject. My subject is under this nonprofit, I have launched a great coaching program called BASE, Become a Social Entrepreneur. This is aligned with I have discussed in the first part of this video. It's an effectiveness program, not an educational program. 2 years, you give your children to me. Think differently. Because if you have been doing what you have done, you will get what you have gotten. That favorite American saying. So you must think differently. And if you understand and appreciate what I'm saying, then I would request you to have the guts, evaluate this program and give your children to me. I will help them to kiss the sky because this program is hands-on effectiveness program on how to become a founder, establish your own NGO, manage it, run it effectively, and change the world so that you not only can become a founder, if you want to seek a global job in the huge non-profit market, this program will stand you in good stead. And then here is a program which will empower you to have your own identity and launch that identity. You will become a change maker and will live in the hearts of millions. 2 years you got to give me. I will not charge you any money. I don't need any fees because this is aligned with the mission that we are doing. Because if we are able to empower you, make you effective, affluent, and successful in your life, our mission will automatically achieve its goal. So you got to be here with me, working with me directly. I will coach you, mentor you, train you on a daily basis. You will live here with me. And in 2 years' time, you shall emerge victorious, a champion. So much that I'm saying, maybe a little more. because you will be on demand and you will be an original thinker, a very creative person. You will create a great institution under you. Need the ladder down rather than climbing the ladder up. So think over. Would you give me 2 years of your time? And without any investment towards this training and coaching, because this is going to be a win-win. But yes, you got to bear your own cost of staying, fooding, and lodging, for which we have made a very economic arrangement. And I shall discuss with the aspirants and their parents directly. And for these 2 years, you will be totally working with me. And after that, you will be free. Nobody is going to chain you, bind you. You will be free to make your own world. If you are interested, get back to me on the WhatsApp number or the email. Write about you and also a paragraph why you are interested to join hands with us. And then I have vacancies for only 10 best people. Mind you, I will select them. Only being interested will not help. I have certain priorities which I shall check up in you. And if you meet those priorities, you are on for the next 2 years. And journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And the best time to the first step, take the first step, is here and now. So see you later.